Quarters are presented by Houston Methodist, and Yordan Alvarez leads in all of the Triple Crown categories starting tonight.
Yeah, it's not a shock to a lot of us. It was just a matter of Yordan being healthy and getting off to a good start in 2026. And that's exactly what he's done. He's leading in all three of those Triple Crown categories. Average, home run, RBI. He is just ahead of Yandy Diaz and Junior Caminero and Nick Kurtz. But Yordan Alvarez, he is as good as advertised, and right now this season is must-see TV. Big output last night from the Astros offense. Didn't rely on Yordan, but maybe today's a new day.
Win the Triple Crown, get an MVP. Yordan, 93 games into the season, leading in the 3 Triple Crown categories. Lineups and first pitch right around the corner. Yordan will face a lefty, Andrew Alvarez, for the Nationals. Houston Astros baseball on SCHN is presented by Gallery Furniture. Buy your furniture today. Gallery Furniture delivers free tonight. By TxDOT. TxDOT reminds fans that speeding can throw you a curveball. Slow down. Be safe. Drive smart. And by Jack in the Box. Get fired up with a Hot Ones Munchie Meal. Back in D.C., Nationals Park, where the Astros and Washington Nationals will play the second game of a 3-game series tonight. A lot of offense last night with those 23 runs combined. Nationals holding on to win 12-11. Game the Astros led 6-1, and then the Nationals led 12-6 before that final score of 12-11. Nationals now 47-45 on the year. The Astros 45-48 on the season.
This is how the Astros are going to line up. Presented by Whataburger, Jose Altuve, Yordan Alvarez, Isaac Paredes, and Christian Walker. Those have been a consistent top 4. Walker right in the heart of it with a couple of hits in last night's game. He will be followed by Cam Smith, Zach DeZenzo getting a chance out in left field, and Nick Allen back there at shortstop, and Christian Vasquez will be hitting ninth and catching.
Houston Astros as a team have never faced Andrew Alvarez before. He's a 26-year-old who made his big league debut last September in Miami. He's made 16 appearances in his career. He's from Cal Poly State University after going to high school in Los Alamitos, California. Big on the curveball. Only one Astro has faced him in his career, and that is Nick Allen last year with the Braves. He went 0 for 1 with a walk. You can see the curveball usage. That is a big strikeout pitch for him, with 30 of his 48 strikeouts coming on that hook. How about the Nationals defensively? That's Curtis Mead over at third base. He had a big game offensively last night for the Nationals with 3 hits, his first 3 times up, including a home run. Nasim Nunez, the shortstop. Yorby Vivas is the second baseman, and Luis Garcia Jr. over at first. Dalen Lyle, Jacob Young, and James Wood in the outfield. Keibert Ruiz gets the start behind the plate, catching the left-hander Andrew Alvarez. Another warm night here in D.C., just like last night at game time. A little bit overcast. We did not have a pregame shower like we did yesterday. There is the threat of rain in the area. It is 83 degrees right now at game time. Astros once again into the road graves with Jose Altuve leading things off. Altuve with 1 hit last night. It was a 3-run home run, 1 of 5 multi-run home runs hit in the game by either side. Ready to go with the first pitch from the lefty Alvarez, and Jose Altuve takes it for ball 1. Home plate umpire tonight, Shane Livensparger, part of Mark Ripperger's crew. Altuve fouls a pitch against himself in the batter's box. It's 1-1. Astros with a win today would move to 23-24 on the road. They are 23-24 at home this year, looking to have exact records home and road 94 games into the season. Jose with a check swing. That'll be a foul ball, and the count's 1-2. The Nationals, on the other hand, have numbers that don't make sense in terms of their home road splits. They are 28-18 on the road, 10 games over 500. Everybody would love that record, but the home record is just 19-27. A lot of that has to do with their pitching giving up a lot of runs at home. They gave up 11 yesterday. Altuve, a little tapper in front of the plate, and he will be thrown out by Keibert Ruiz. Jose didn't hit it very far, almost ended up with an infield hit.
He was hustling down that line trying to beat it out. A little excuse me out in front, but Keibert comes out. Makes a strong throw to first to Luis Garcia to get him.
Well, here is Yordan Alvarez facing Andrew Alvarez for the first time. Yordan has faced one other Alvarez in his career. That was back in 2021 when he faced the Giants' Jose Alvarez. And he's 0 for 1, Alvarez versus Alvarez, with a deep fly ball to left. Triple Crown leader, 318, 29, 67. And he's quickly down in the count, 0-2.
A couple of paint jobs. That was a breaking ball first pitch down and away that caught the outer corner. And that was a two-seamer that ran in and caught the inside down and in corner perfectly.
There's that curveball, which he has used quite often for the strikeouts. He's got 40 strikeouts on the year, 30 of them with that curveball.
I think that's what makes Andrew Alvarez interesting, is his slider and the curveball. There's only a mile separation as far as velocity. Just the break is the big difference, and that could be the issue, is trying to differentiate which pitch you're getting as far as the slider or the curveball, and that might create the chase of the curveball off out of the zone.
You never hear of a separation of 1 mile an hour with those two pitches. Yordan now has even the count at 2 apiece. Ground ball to the right side, glove there by Vivas. Yorbit makes the play for out number 2. So a couple of ground ball outs early. One a tapper off the bat of Jose Altuve, and that one hit a little more firmly by Yordan. 2 quick outs for the lefty.
Yeah, I think Altuve's exit velocity was about 22 miles an hour. But Alvarez is going to give you a lot of ground balls. If you're on the defense, you've got to be alert and ready. 55% ground ball percentage for him.
He's a ground ball machine when things are going well. Plummer mentioned the percentage this year. It was even higher last year, 58.2%. If he can get Isaac Paredes to hit a ground ball, then he's doing something.
Big time.
Because Isaac never hits the ball on the ground. What did we just see? A ground ball. Isaac hits a ground ball 27.9% of the time, which is the lowest percentage in all of the major leagues. Now it's an 0-2 count on Isaac. And he does get him on the ground to short. The ground ball specialist gets the Astros on 3 ground balls here to start this game, including Isaac Paredes. What's on tap, presented by Lawnmower Blonde. Pitching against the Nationals for the first time in his career, Tatsuya Imai. You see his numbers on the year in 12 starts. Last time just an inning and a third. 2 previous starts to that, he was excellent. What happens in the first inning often dictates how well Imai will fare in his outing. No other Astros pitcher maybe is as dependent on a quality first inning than Tatsuya Imai. His first pitch is going to be a challenge.
Challenge to the call of the ball.
Christian Vasquez, who is just below 50% in his challenges as a catcher this year, is going to challenge the first pitch of the game, and he gets it overturned.
The call is overturned. Houston has 2 challenges remaining.
James Wood has a lot of challenges against him when he's at the plate, because he takes so many pitches. He's got a big frame. Hits this ball hard, deep to right field, and it's 1-0 Nationals on the second pitch thrown by Tatsuya Imai. James Wood hits his 25th home run of the year. He is third in the National League in that category.
It's now the 9th home run given up this season by Tatsuya Imai. James Wood is a big man up there, and this slider just comes back to the middle part of our UTMD Anderson strike zone, and the 6'6" Wood lays it to it. 7 home runs given up to left-handed hitters by Imai.
Luis Garcia, the batter. Nationals offense picking up where it left off yesterday. James Wood hitting a grand slam in yesterday's game. Now hits a solo home run, a leadoff home run to start tonight's game. Wood has more leadoff home runs than anybody else in baseball this year. That's his 8th of the season. Pitch misses, 2-1.
James Wood and Yordan Alvarez are high exit velocity guys, and that home run came off the bat at 111.4 for James.
That one hit hard into right field. That'll be in for a hit. Making the turn and staying is Garcia. So a home run followed by a single.
Rest of the lineup for the Washington Nationals going to see Curtis Mead, C.J. Abrams, Keibert Ruiz, Dalen Lyle, Nasim Nunez is at shortstop because C.J. Abrams will be DHing. Yorby Vivas at second base and Jacob Young in center. But how about C.J. Abrams, the National League starting shortstop, leads all National League shortstops with home runs and RBIs this season.
Called strike to Curtis Mead. Mead maybe had the best overall at bats of anybody in that Nationals lineup last night. Hit the ball over 102 miles an hour, and 4 times he put the bat on the ball. Double, home run, single. He lined out his last time up. Imai gets ahead 0-2. One of the challenges for Tatsuya is giving up damage early, like a home run last time to Josh Bell, and then rebounding from that. Last time he was not able to. Gives up a home run here to the earliest batter possible, and we'll see how he's able to regroup the rest of the way against this very talented offense.
We talked about it. When he's good, he's good. He's just got to regain some of that confidence after giving up some hard hit baseballs. Trust that stuff a little bit and be competitive.
This ball hit to right, playable for Cam Smith, who backs up and makes the play for out number 1. Let's take a look at the Astros defense presented by Xfinity. Catching Tatsuya Imai today will be Christian Vasquez. 11 of his 13 starts now have been with Vasquez behind the plate. Nick Allen is the shortstop today after Braden Shoemake played there last night. And in the outfield, it will be in left field Zach DeZenzo, in center field Bryce Matthews, and in right field Cam Smith. First pitch is up and in to C.J. Abrams, 1-0. Blummer mentioned the NL leader in home runs and RBIs at shortstop. That's why he's the starting shortstop in the All-Star game in Philadelphia. He's got 19 home runs, 15 stolen bases. Hit a big 3-run home run last night that tied the game 6-6 against Mike Burrows and the Astros. And Mike Burrows was optioned today to AAA Sugarland. Astros recalling Alimber Santa to join them in the bullpen. Swing and a miss at that slider down and in. It's 2-1.
Good time to throw in that 2-0 count. Had Abrams sitting on that fastball.
That home run by Wood was the 92nd for the Nationals since May the 6th. That is 11 more than any other team in Major League Baseball. They are powering the baseball like no other in the last couple of months of the season. Pitch is in. It's 3-2. They have 3 different guys with 19 home runs or more, and there you see their ranks. This is legitimate up and down the board.
Yeah, that's outstanding. It's nice when you're able to lead in extra base hits and stolen bases. That means they are aggressive.
There goes the runner. The pitch is down. Ball 4. That'll put runners on first and second with 1 out. Imai allowing his 14th first inning walk of the season. 14 of his 31 have come in the first. So now Keibert Ruiz will bat. Didn't see Ruiz in the game yesterday. Switch hitting catcher back in there today. Drew Millis caught yesterday's game. They have the luxury of both of their catchers being switch hitters. Ruiz hits it sharply but foul. It's 0-1. A little bigger crowd today gathered for the Tuesday evening contest than was here Monday. Still filing into Nationals Park. Pitch is up. It's 1-1. In-game adjustments. That is something that we have yet to see consistently from Tatsuya Imai. We have seen him leave games in Kansas City and in Seattle without getting out of the first inning. This ball hit deep to left center field. Zach DeZenzo makes a nice running catch. A chance to double up the runner at second. Great throw, but just ahead of the throw is Luis Garcia Jr. Zach DeZenzo making a play in left center.
There's a little bit of a tweener between Bryce Matthews and Zach DeZenzo, both very good athletes. But this one off the left-handed hitter, kind of twisting back towards Zach DeZenzo. Almost did a good job of deking Luis Garcia off second base. Oh man, what are we?
This is not a good sign, Blummer.
Yeah, I apologize. Yeah, that's exactly. He'd been wiping that right hand. I'm not sure if there's a blister or a cut. Fingernail. He was wiping that earlier in the game, but I thought it was just moisture from sweating.
Rafael Freitas is the assistant athletic trainer out there with Josh Miller, Joe Espada, and the translator Shio.
It's going to work.
And we're going to have a little work on the right hand of Tatsuya Imai here. Christian Vasquez is an interested observer as well.
There you go.
Oh, there you see all the blood marks on his right pant leg. So early on, something developing on the pitching hand, causing some bleeding. And they're trying to take care of this as quickly, as efficiently as possible. Just hope he can get one more out in the inning, and then they can do a little bit better job repairing it.
It's almost that right ring finger. Not necessarily the two that are holding it on, but it's on the side of the baseball. You wonder if it's catching a seam.
I would imagine there's going to be some warm-up pitches here, no? Apparently not. Hang with them. Yeah.
Yeah, sometimes you get his Uncle Hank.
I mean, they did a little work on his hand. You would think there would be at least one or two warm-up pitches. Hey, are you good? Apparently he is. So here we go. Dale and Lyle, first and second, 2 outs. And a 1-0 Nationals lead. And the first fastball at 94 up on Lyle. It's 1-0.
Just worry if it's going to alter the grip on these pitches for Tatsuya Imai. Which in turn might alter the way it comes out of the hand.
Just missing in with the fastball. 2-0. Lyle's normally a free swinger. He goes after a lot of first pitches. He goes after a lot of pitches in general. But coming off that meeting at the mound, Lyle showing patience here. He's now in a 2-0 count. Goes after that fastball and fouls it away.
Yeah, when he was initially rubbing his hand on his pant leg, I just assumed that he was sweating too much here on this super humid night here in Washington, D.C. But you can see there's a little bit of cut above that knuckle.
4 straight fastballs to Lyle, and now a 2-2 count.
Oh, wow.
It's a significant cut.
And it's kind of an odd spot for it, too, it seems like. I'm not sure how he grips a baseball.
Yeah, but it looks like it's on the back of the finger.
Yeah.
Huh.
Super glue. You'll be fine.
That's what I'm thinking. Just get through this inning, get it repaired the way you want it. Swing and a miss. He does get through the inning. Imai, after that visit at the mound, good work by Rafael Freitas, the assistant athletic trainer, to
visit of the day.
Get him through that first inning. It's 1-0 Nationals.
Get a behind-the-scenes look at the ins and outs of Daikin Park with a ballpark tour. See the stadium like never before and sit in TK's seat. Book your tour today at astros.com/tours.
Second inning baseball. James Wood puts the Nationals in front with a home run to lead off the bottom of the first inning. Now Christian Walker leads off the top of the second and takes a fastball in for ball 1. Walker with a 3-game hitting streak coming into today, 4 for 12 during that stretch. Had a double and a single in last night's game. The double put him on the precipice of 200 for his career. Tried to hold up on that breaking ball and goes too far. That's the slider, as Blummer mentioned, just a mile-an-hour difference. That one came in at 83. We'll see where the next curveball drops in for Alvarez. Hard to differentiate based on the speed between those two pitches.
Got him.
Got him with an 81-mile-an-hour curveball. Christian Walker is going to reach first with a hit by pitch. So a leadoff base runner for Cam Smith in the Astros. Cam's had a little better run lately. Yesterday on base his last 3 times with a couple of hits and a walk. Cam now has a hit in 6 of his last 7 games, hitting over 300 during that stretch. As he takes the first pitch down for ball 1. Cam has been on a string of 4 consecutive games, the 3 against Tampa Bay and the first one here against Washington without a strikeout, putting the ball in play a little bit better here lately. As he's got a 2-0 count now.
With that curveball slider mix, you can see that Alvarez is trying to keep those pitches down at the bottom of the zone, maybe even more so below it. So you're trying to zone him up. Not going to light up that radar gun, just 91 to 93 maybe with that fastball. So the key for the Astros will be patient and see it high and let it fly.
Cam with a 3-0 count. And that's going to be a 4-pitch walk. Astros with the first 2 base runners here, hit by pitch followed by a walk. Now this from Buick GMC. Now Zach DeZenzo, the batter. Now meeting at the mound for the Nationals. Last outing, Alvarez came out of the bullpen as a bulk guy, went 4 2/3 innings, only 2 hits allowed against the Red Sox, no runs. Walked 1 and hit 1 in that outing. He's already walked 1 and hit 1 here in this inning.
Yeah, they don't let him get very deep into games. Deepest he's gone is 4 2/3 innings. That has happened in a game he started. It also happened that last time out, like TK was talking about, to Boston, where he was the bulk guy.
Well, here's Zach DeZenzo getting a start tonight against the lefty. His 15th start in left field this year. As he takes the curveball down and in for a ball, 1-0, and so far Cam and Zach doing what you're hoping.
Yeah, they're doing a good job. See that pitch in the zone if you can. But the more they lay off of those pitches down and don't chase, that's what's going to force Alvarez back over the plate. There you go.
6 in a row off the plate for Alvarez, almost all of them below the zone.
And down and in to right-handed hitters.
(3-0), 7 straight misses after a hit by pitch.
Tell you what, if I'm Zach, I'm making him throw me 2 fastballs in the zone.
Alvarez, who did walk 5 in a start against the Giants on the road earlier this year, struggling with his command tonight, delivers a strike there.
Zach's got to be very specific about the fastball he wants to hit if he's going to go after it in this count.
Well, he did what you were hoping. He saw a couple fastballs.
Let's say, make him do it again. If he does give you something out over the plate to go with, we know Zach can go the other way with the best of them. But I think in that 3-1 count, he might have been looking for something he could launch to the pull side.
Came back to strike out DeZenzo. Got him with a 3-2 fastball for out number 1. First strikeout for Alvarez.
It's just a fastball down and in. And again, it's not a lot of velocity out of that arm of Alvarez. Looked like DeZenzo might have gotten just a little bit too quick.
Well, Bryce Matthews hit a 3-run home run his last at bat last night. Almost gets hit by that fastball in. Bryce in that game last night hit a deep fly ball his previous time up to that 3-run home run. A couple of good swings late. On the ground, past the third baseman, tough play, everybody's safe. Once it got by Meade, Bryce Matthews is going to beat it out. Its base is loaded now and 1 out.
I agree with you. Nunez is a very good defensive infielder at shortstop, but once it got past Meade, the speed of Matthews is what makes that a tough play. So an infield knock for Bryce Matthews, setting things up for Nick Allen. It's a good look at it on our Mattress Firm Supermo.
Nick Allen, an opportunity here with the bases filled. And he watches that first pitch off the plate, 1-0. See Allen's numbers this year, very good against left-hand pitching. 935 OPS. Chopper foul. Count evens up at 1 apiece. Mentioned that Allen is the only one that has seen Alvarez before. It was last year when he was with the Braves. Went 0 for 1 with a walk and a couple of plate appearances against this lefty. Hits the ball into right field, deep enough to score a run. Christian Walker will tag. Everybody tagging except for Matthews. The throw goes to second, and we're tied at 1. Nick Allen, the sacrifice fly.
Good team baseball. Taking advantage of that runner at third base, less than 2 for Nick Allen, and picking up the RBI, putting the Astros on the board.
Well, Christian Vasquez will bat. Vasquez on the year, 344 hitter with runners in scoring position, batting with first and third and 2 outs now. And the first pitch home, a strike. On the ground, third baseman Curtis Mead has it. Makes the play on Vasquez to end the inning. Hit batter, walk, single, sac fly. We're tied at 1.
Back at Nationals Park, it is the first time at Nationals Park for Tatsuya Imai, who spent some time yesterday on the mound just going through the motions, trying to get familiar with the mound here in Washington, D.C. And talking to him after his last start, he talked about how frustrating it's been that he's been unable to string a bunch of good starts together. A little up and down for him. He says, I know it won't be perfect every day, but he does know he needs to find a way to dig deep and give the team innings. He also checked some video pretty quickly after that last start and noticed his positioning was a little different and his stance was a little different. So there were some things he wanted to focus on in between starts, TK.
All right, we'll see how things go tonight. He gave up that leadoff home run against James Wood, but then battled through the rest of the inning. Now he'll face the 7, 8, and 9 hitters, Nasim Nunez, Yorbi Vivas, and Jacob Young, the batters. One pitch is down, is 2-1. Hey, it's raining.
Thanks, Captain Obvious.
Yeah, it is.
That's awesome.
I have an umbrella today, though.
Wow.
Do you see me down here?
I do. Well, we see your umbrella.
We did not see the umbrella present last night.
I mean, we are directly above you, about closer to the ozone than Julia.
Yeah, you have to squint from up there. Shout out to my A2, Tommy.
We go, Tommy.
Swing and a miss. Tatsuya Imai. Was that the UFO slider?
That was. Got a sighting. Here's a look at it on our mattress firm Supermo. The spin and the backup. My eyes are telling my brain and telling my hands to swing that slider down and in, but it just does not get to the spot where it's supposed to.
First pitch strike, 0-1. Vivas starting at second base today, one of 5 lefties in the lineup. They also have a couple of switch hitters, only 2 righties to face Imai. It's this ball foul the other way. "21 starts at third base for Vivas, 21 starts, including tonight at second base. He's also DH a couple of times. They had Brady House earlier in the year over at third base, Vivas at third, and now recently Curtis Mead has kind of taken over that position. One-two pitch is fouled away. And it's pop foul, and that'll be out of play. Stays 2-2. We mentioned last night that Mike Burrows in his spring training starts faced the Washington Nationals twice in back-to-back outings. Astros play the Nationals 6 times in the spring. Imai did not face them, though. So all these hitters seeing Tatsuya for the first time. On the ground, Christian Walker takes it himself. That'll be the second out of the inning. 10,000 fans will receive a Jeremy Pena short sleeve 90s hoodie jersey. It's going to be Friday, July the 17th, coming out of the All-Star break, presented by Sire Spirits. Get your tickets now at astros.com/promotions. Jacob Young, the batter. Young takes a pitch off the plate for ball 1. Strike at the top of the zone. Young thought about a challenge, elected not to. It's 1-1.
Probably could have.
See the 95.1 mile an hour fastball registered on the right field scoreboard here. Feel like tonight more than last outing after that first home run by Josh Bell for the Twins, maybe Tatsuya wasn't as aggressive in the strike zone after that, but tonight he's done a better job rebounding from that leadoff home run. Last start he had 5 walks in an inning and a third.
Yeah, he's a rookie in the sense that this is his first year in Major League Baseball. He's got plenty of experience and success under his belt back in Japan. This can't be the first time he's run into adversity. He's got to somehow find deep within there the ability to fight through it a little bit when things aren't going exactly the way he wants.
Tonight we have seen a better turnaround after a first inning home run. Imai with a 1-2-3 second, and we're tied at 1 heading to the third.
Time for Get Out and Play, presented by Toyota. And last night in that second inning, Jose Altuve hit a 3-run bomb. Braden Shoemaker and Bryce Matthews on base. They came around to score. 9th home run of the season for Jose Altuve, and number 264 in the career for Jose.
Jose a little late getting to the batter's box here to start the inning, so he has to use his timeout to not get strike 1 called on him as the clock was winding down on him and Alvarez was ready to go. So he's used his 1 timeout in this at bat, ready, and the first pitch is dotted up on the bottom of the zone. It's 0-1.
He was waiting to see if they were going to boo him again.
He was waiting. Yeah, he didn't hear the boos. He didn't know when to go to the plate.
He's like, who's up?
Who is batting right now? I'm not hearing anything. He fouls that one away. It's 0-2. Jose, during a 3-game hitting streak, has hit for the cycle. Had the home run last night, had the single on Sunday, and had the double and the triple on Saturday. Tapped one in front of the plate his first time up. Now he's down to the count 0-2. Fastball down. It's 1-2 to Altuve. Jose, then Yordan Alvarez and Isaac Paredes. Alvarez retired this trio in order on groundouts his first time up. Jose puts this one in the air, but it's popped up. First baseman Luis Garcia Jr. will make the catch for the first out of the inning. Now Yordan Alvarez. Yordan saw 5 pitches his first time up. 3 of them were curveballs. Start him off with a slider here. It's 0-1. Waves at that curveball and is down in the count 0-2 for the second straight time.
You see that too often from Yordan, even from left-handed pitchers.
Second straight time Yordan has gotten down in the count 0-2 and then evened up the count at 2 apiece. Yordan has 49 hits this year with 2 strikes. In addition to everything else, he is leading in Major League Baseball. He leads the majors in 2-strike hits. First in on base percentage, first in slugging percentage. Big time lead in OPS. 1,056 OPS is 128 points hotter than anybody else in the American League.
Just showing everybody up.
And he's lapping the field in the AL. Takes a pitch up, and now the count's full.
What you love if you're a Nationals fan is the ability for Yordan to make adjustments pitch by pitch. He waved at that big curveball. He's able to lay off it. But if you're the opposing pitcher, it's going to drive you nuts saying, man, I just made a great pitch. I got him to take a wildly funky swing that we don't normally see from this guy. Yet here I am battling in a 3-2 count trying to get this guy out. And he just fouled off a tough, pitch on the inside. Now what do I do?
Puts it on the ground, played there by Garcia. Garcia will wait for Andrew Alvarez to cover. Flips it to him to retire Yordan Alvarez for the second out. Time to take a look at tonight's Chevy Stropole. How do you feel about the ABS challenge system so far? We have the ABS king himself at the plate. Isaac Paredes 11 for 11 on challenges this year. A, do you love it? B, not for me. Go to @SpaceCityHN. Use the hashtag Stropole. What do you think of the ABS challenge system as we are now 94 games into the season? Isaac Paredes loves it, I think.
Yeah, he's pretty good at it. Gee. Hundo.
He got 2 right last night to go to 11 for 11 on the year. Now he's down in the count 0-2.
And he's trying to time up that breaking ball too.
Astros got a run last inning without hitting the ball out of the infield, except for the sacrifice fly by Nick Allen. There was a hit by pitch, walk, infield hit, and then Allen came through with a sac fly. Now Alvarez strikes out Isaac Paredes to end the inning. Twice he has gone in order against Altuve, Alvarez, and Paredes. We head to the bottom of the third, tied at 1. Don't miss a minute of the action with full season tickets for the Astros 2027 season. Enjoy the ultimate perks, get a dedicated account representative, and more. Visit Astros.com/season tickets to secure your seats. James Wood hitting his 8th leadoff home run of the year his first time up. More than any other major leaguer. Takes a pitch down and in for ball 1. That is now his 5th home run in his last 9 games. 23-year-old continues to put up huge numbers in 2026. See how Imai challenges him here in this at bat. So far he has not thrown him a strike. It's 2-0. Going off the plate. And Tatsuya has fallen behind 3-0 to the leadoff hitter James Wood, who has walked 73 times on the year. And is in, ball 4. So Wood, a leadoff base runner to start the third. Second walk allowed by Tatsuya. Now Luis Garcia, the batter. Garcia with a sharp single his first time up. Missed the bottom of the zone, says home plate umpire Shane Leibensparger. Christian Vasquez is going to challenge. ABS powered by T-Mobile. Vasquez got one overturned last inning. This one will not get overturned. Astros down to 1 challenge. That is now 6 in a row out of the zone to start this inning. Imai had retired 5 straight coming into the third. Garcia, normally a guy who will chase a little bit, but Tatsuya has not tempted him with anything to leave the zone in this at bat. 7 straight off the plate now. There's a strike.
Similar situation to that DeZenzo at bat, where you're just kind of forcing the pitcher to get that fastball back in the zone. But the way Luis Garcia has been going this year, he may be a little more aggressive in this 3-1 count than DeZenzo. This is a team in the Nationals that hit fastballs extremely well. They're 4th in baseball coming into this game, hitting .277 on the heater. Got the slider.
And Garcia Jr. has been red hot lately. His slug percentage, not his OPS, his slug percentage is 1,065 since June 22nd.
Woo.
Now it's a 3-2 count. We'll see if Wood is off with this pitch. He's going. The pitch is lined into right field for a base hit. Garcia's 2 for 2 tonight. Wood's going to go first to third. And the Nationals have runners on the corners with nobody out. Now a word from Jack in the Box.
Get fired up with my new Hot Ones Munchie Meal with a Sriracha Curly Fry Burger or Buffalo Chicken Tater Melt.
Welcome to Jack in the Box.
Imai will get a visit from the pitching coach Josh Miller along with the interpreter Shio. James Wood at third base already has scored 82 runs on the year. We mentioned how far Jordan was in front of the OPS race. James Wood has a 20-run scored lead on the next closest major leaguer.
Wow.
20 more runs than anybody else in baseball.
Yeah, he's pretty impressive. This is an electric offense, and him at the top of it, he can be driven in or he can drive himself in. It's a good visual on the 6'6" James Wood.
Have a little chat with Victor Estevez, his third base coach. Astros are conceding this run if they can turn 2 here. The infield back in this 1-1 game. Curtis Mead, the batter. Mead pops the foul. That'll be out of play. Catches a piece of the outside corner, and now Tatsuya ahead 0-2. He struck out Dalen Lyle to end the first, and Nasim Nunez to start the second. He could use a strikeout here. Just staying alive with that swing is Meade.
Let's check out our outfield arms presented by Lone Star College. Zach DeZenzo out there in left. They're going to take some chances on him. You got to be very sure and confident in your speed if you're going to run on Matthews and Smith. Both have very good arms, are aggressive in attacking the baseball. But you've got very good speed at third base in James Wood.
Me, just a little tapper in front of the mound. Nobody can score on this play. Tatsuya makes the play to first. No chance for James Wood to score. Garcia moves up to second. There's one away in the inning.
It's pretty impressive that Meade even got this ball in play, but he was chasing this pitch well out of the zone. And a good job by Imai fielding, checking that runner at third base, and then getting the sure out at first.
So now 2 in scoring position for C.J. Abrams, who walked his first time up. Misses the first pitch slider, 0-1. Corners, Walker and Paredes are in. Middle infield back here with 1 out and runners on second and third. That ball hits the foot of James Wood and bounces right back into the infield where Imai picks it up.
That was crazy. Hit him right in the bottom of the foot. That was a good pitch, too. Big old James Wood diving back. Catches the bottom of the foot, and he takes the glove off Isak Paredes. A lot going on right there.
How about it? That was wild. Nowhere for Luis Garcia to go. He was already at second base.
Pretty fortunate bounce coming back to the infield.
It really was. 0-2 pitch is pop foul out of play. Abrams has struck out 81 times on the season. Imai ahead of the count, 0-2. Fastball up at 96.
You'd love a pop out or a whiff right here.
That one a little more up than Tatsuya wanted. Did not induce a swing. 97 on that last pitch. Might have been his firmest fastball of the night.
It matched it. Just on a couple at that velocity. On the Hunter Brown gun, it was 96.6 in both of those.
So it was 0-2, and now it's 3-2 on Abrams.
Whatever was wrong with that right ring finger, they've cleaned it up. He hasn't shown any ill effect or had to wipe any of the blood on his pants, so he's looked pretty good since then.
Big pitch coming here. Keibert Ruiz on deck, and we'll do it all again at 3-2. Wood was coming down the line on that ground ball, so infielders get verification that the contact play is on. Gonna have to be hit sharply at Christian Walker for Walker to be able to make the play to home plate. This one's hit sharply foul past the first base coach, Corey Ray.
Staying with the slider.
This one into center. Bryce Matthews will make the catch. Tagging is James Wood. The throw's going to go towards third, and they almost pick off Luis Garcia Jr. Instead, it's a 2-1 lead on the sac fly by C.J. Abrams.
Good at bat by Abrams to pick up Wood. It was almost a pretty good play by Bryce Matthews, too. He's getting that back pick of Luis Garcia, who had intentions of going to third until that throw came towards Isaac Paredes at third base.
Oh, I like the idea.
Yeah.
That was a good thought. It just didn't quite work out. Abrams with RBI number 65. He's now tied with his teammate Luis Garcia. They are tied for second in the National League with 65 RBIs each, and their teammate James Wood has 61. Here's Keibert Ruiz. Lined out to deep left on a nice play by Zach DeZenzo his first time up. Takes that pitch down, 2-0. Missed the slider. Tatsuya already approaching 70 pitches in the third inning. He is averaging 19.4 pitches per inning. The 19.4 pitches per inning is the highest total of any starter with at least 8 starts.
Yeah, if you're going for a bevy in between innings, you better grab 2.
The crazy part about Imai with the high pitch counts is it doesn't seem to faze him the deeper he gets.
He likes it. At least it's the numbers dictate that a little bit.
Runner is taking off, and he has third stolen before the pitch was home. Garcia was almost on the bag when that ball was fouled off.
Yeah, he was almost even with Isaac Paredes at third base. Imai paying no attention. Going. Isaac had to change his position because he was in front of him.
Another 2-2 pitch coming here, 30th pitch of the inning. That's hit to left, sending Zach DeZenzo back, but Zach has the play and makes it for the final out of the inning. Leadoff walk comes around to score. James Wood scores his 83rd run of the year. 2-1 Nationals. Astros baseball on SCHN is presented by Academy Sports and Outdoors. Fun can't lose. By Mack Hike Chevrolet, the #1 volume Chevy dealer in Houston. And by Texas Children's. 1-1 game as we head to the fourth. Christian Walker will lead things off. He was hit by a pitch his first time up and takes a pitch down for ball 1. Andrew Alvarez with a 1-2-3 first and a 1-2-3 third. But in the second, he faced 6 batters and allowed a hit, a walk, and a hit by pitch. Walker goes after that fastball and fouls it away. It's 1-1. Nationals stayed with Miles Michaelis last night for 99 pitches. He would give up 7 runs in 6 innings and walk away with a win. This ball hit sharply under the glove of Nasim Nunez. Looked like Nasim had that play to his backhand and couldn't glove it cleanly, and Christian Walker is going to reach to lead off the fourth.
End up giving that one a base hit, but I'm with you. That ball might have surprised him on how hard it was hit because he just never got to the spot where it was going to be at. Those feet got real heavy and just didn't move him into position to be able to make the play.
That'll be the Astros' second hit of the game. Both hits have been touched by the shortstop Nunez, an infield hit by Bryce Matthews, and that one by Christian Walker just into the shallow outfield. Now Cam Smith, who drew a 4-pitch walk his first time up and sees the first pitch ball here, has not seen a strike yet. Still hasn't. 6 in a row to Cam off the plate. That one almost hit him. Down and in, and it's 3-0. This is a portion of the lineup where the Astros got their run in the second inning. Astros facing Alvarez second time through the lineup, and his numbers second time through the lineup not as good as when he faces a team that first time around. Cam still hasn't seen a strike.
Wow.
4-pitch walk in the second, 4-pitch walk in the fourth. Now it's first and second with nobody out.
This number escalate 26 to 50 to an 810 OPS. They really don't let Andrew Alvarez extend himself too much. Some of these pitch counts have been up, but he doesn't face too many hitters throughout the course of his outings.
Zach DeZenzo will bat. Zach last time had the exact same scenario. First and second, nobody out. Got to a 3-0 count. Saw a couple of strikes and then struck out swinging for one of 2 strikeouts for Alvarez on the night. Zach just called up during that Tampa Bay series as he was brought up from AAA Sugar Land the same day Lamont Wade Jr. was activated off the IL. The Astros sending Jake Myers and Joey Loperfido to AAA with the concurrent moves. Zach takes that pitch down, and he is back in a hitter's count like he was the first time.
Kind of feels like Alvarez is a guy you kind of attack the bottom half of the baseball. Expansion.
6 straight balls until that half swing, and now it's 2-1.
It was out of the zone by a little bit.
Broken bat, grounder. They go to second for 1. DeZenzo beats the return throw. That barrel went beyond Nasim Nunez. He had to avoid the barrel as he was going for that grounder.
That ball snap, or that bat snap, pretty good. In on the hands, and DeZenzo left with nothing but a little bit of the handle as that barrel went flying. There's a pretty good exit velocity on that barrel.
When you say attack the bottom half of the baseball, what's the key to that?
It's seeing the ball up, like I was saying earlier, and finding a way to get that barrel underneath the baseball, because a lot of these breaking balls and sliders are going to be down in the zone, down and in. And sometimes in order to get to the bottom part of the baseball on those, you've got to get out and get it ahead of the plate before it gets to you. Because if you don't, And you're going to see a lot of ground balls like Andrew Alvarez can get.
Bryce having a good series. Went 2 for 4 last night with a 3-run home run and started tonight with an infield hit. And Bryce, similar to the previous hitter, Zach DeZenzo, if you're an outfielder not named Cam Smith, you know that you have an opportunity to build some at-bats for yourself if you produce in these situations. Because Joe Espada is still, mixing and matching. But we saw Bryce start against a righty yesterday. Now starting against the lefty. I assume he'll start against the lefty tomorrow. It's a chance for him to really try to establish himself as a guy who gets maybe 4 or 5 starts in a week instead of 1 or 2.
And those starts in those weeks will be on the road.
Yes.
Until proven otherwise. He's going to get his opportunities at home because he plays so well on the road. But it's just having that translate, being able to put those numbers up at Daikin Park. It's crazy.
See if Bryce finds a pitch to his liking here. Lays off that pitch up and away, and for the second straight time, Nick Allen is going to bat with the bases loaded and 1 out. Allen came through with the only fly ball of the night for the Astros to the outfield. That was a sac fly in the second. This is not a guy that's easy to elevate. We mentioned his ground ball percentage, but Nick able to get it done his first time up. Ground ball towards the hole, through! In to score Walker. Here comes DeZenzo. He's going to score. Nick Allen has driven in all 3 runs, and the Astros lead it 3-2.
How about that? Get it done, Nicky. Opportunities have been created by the guys in front of him getting on base. And credit Nick Allen for being aggressive, getting a pitch he could handle. That was just a 2-seamer down in the zone. But with a drawn-in third baseman, he sneaks it past Meade into left field.
Nick Allen coming in with 6 RBIs on the year, has 3 tonight. And the Astros lead it 3-2. Runners going. The pitch is a strike. Head first slide and safe. Bryce Matthews steals third. Nick Allen follows him into second. Double steal for the Astros.
Love the aggressiveness. And I love the fact that Nick Allen was heads up enough to be able to get himself a bag as well. You'll see both of them in your picture. Nick Allen with his eyes on Bryce saw him go and he went. So now you've got 2 more base runners in scoring position for a guy who's been successful with runners in scoring position.
Infield in, and the pitch is sent into center field, deep enough to score Matthews. The line drive caught by Young. Astros lead 4-2. Line drive sac fly by Vasquez.
Last night we saw the cover being torn off the baseball with every swing that's been taken. But today we're seeing a little bit more of a team aspect, team baseball, showing good hustle, moving the baseball around the field a little bit and creating traffic and picking it up. Vasquez had a real knack for driving in runs this year.
You're right about that. That is now 20 RBIs for Vasquez. Altuve is going to bunt towards third, barehanded, and the play made just in time to get Jose to end the inning. Good play by Curtis Meade on the bare hand play as Altuve tried to bunt his way on, and no challenge from the Astros. Astros do get 3 runs in the inning thanks to Nick Allen and Christian Vasquez with a 4-2 lead. Tatsuya Imai working with a lead for the first time, facing the aggressive left-hand hitter Dalen Lyle, who loves first pitch swinging and fouls the first one back. It's 0-1. Imai and the Astros lead at 4-2 heading to the bottom of the 4th, facing the 6, 7, and 8 hitters. Lyle struck out swinging his first time up. Tatsuya has been challenged with his pitch count through 3 innings, but as Blummer and I talked about last inning, it seems like the deeper he gets with his pitch count, and even third time through the lineup, the better he gets.
I would imagine if he's pitching well and still able to maintain this lead, that Joe Espada might just think about extending him a little bit and trying to get back some of those innings that you lose out on previous starts. Try and stretch them out.
It is a warm night, but it has never been an issue for Imai. As you look at his numbers, once he gets to 76 pitches and beyond, he has been outstanding.
Yeah, I mean, that's a decent sample size, too. He's had a couple of outings where he's gotten deep past that 76 pitch mark. There you go. Great slider. He's faced about 30 or 40 batters into that 6th and 7th inning. And he's done a very good job just giving up a couple of hits, nothing else. And here is the UFO coming in on our UTMD Anderson strike zone and just fading out of it. Just a little bit of confusion as the spin says it should be coming towards my left-handed swing, but just never gets there.
This one slicing to left and foul. That'll be off the netting for strike one.
And usually when we see Imai get deeper into games, he's usually racking up the punchies.
Yeah. Only 3 tonight, 2 against Lyle and the other one against this hitter, Nasim Nunez. This one on the ground. Altuve's there on a couple of hops. Nunez retired for the second out. Two outs, bases cleared. Jordan Vivas, the batter. Vivas grounded to Christian Walker his first time up. So Imai, who had to throw 30 pitches last inning, looking for a single-digit pitch count in this inning, but Vivas won't help things with a single into the left. Does go after the first pitch. He's a 2-out base runner. That'll get the 9-hitter Jacob Young to the plate. Josh Miller out to the mound to have a word with Imai.
Time now for some Astros trivia, powered by Reliant. On May 5th, 2009, the Astros played a road game at Washington. What was unique about the ending? If you've hung out with me long enough over the last 14 years, you've heard this story. It's legendary. It was a good one.
That visit might have been to allow Stephen Okert to throw a couple of warm-up pitches because he just got up.
Yeah, I feel the same way. I noticed it too.
Because beyond Jacob Young is James Wood, who has a home run and also drew a walk against Imai. And Okert might be doing his best to expedite his warm-up tosses here to be ready if Wood bats in this inning. First pitch to Young is off the plate, ball one. Imai only allowing 4 hits to this point in the 4th inning. He has walked a couple. Swing and a miss, 1-1.
Seen Young take some swings at that slider and miss him by a lot. See if he can spin a couple more in there and get out of this inning.
That one wide, 2-1. Imai, other than those really short starts, has gone at least 6 innings in 4 of his 5 where he hasn't been knocked out by the Royals or the Twins early. tonight. Looks like this might be his last batter if he doesn't retire Jacob Young here, because Okert was warming up in a hurry, and you would think that is for James Wood, who's on deck. 3-1 to count. Needs to come in with a strike here to Jacob Young. And there is a strike. The count goes full. Runner on first. Corbett Vivas will be off with a pitch with 2 outs. And that'll be ball 4. Third walk allowed by Imai. Joe Espada and Josh Miller have a little discussion here. We'll see if that is the end of the night for Tatsuya, and it will be. So Imai tonight goes 3 2/3 innings, and he'll be lifted here with a tying runs on base and that dangerous left-hand hitting James Wood coming to the plate. Stephen Okert, the new pitcher, when we come back.
Back here, we see that Stephen Okert is into this game. Getting another opportunity, 44 appearances, leading the bullpen in those appearances. His whip is under 1, and the ERA is 2.49, 41 strikeouts in 43 1/3. He has come in with a lot of traffic throughout the course of the season. And he's got traffic now with runners at first and second. And James Wood at the plate.
And if you've watched our broadcast previously, you know that we've talked about Okert taking the bullpen card in here at Nationals Park, and yes, he did take it in again tonight.
The game of baseball is about consistency, TK, and Stephen Okert is consistently taking that bullpen card.
I love it. James Wood watches a first pitch slider for a strike. It's 0-1. Wood faced him last year at Dyken Park and only saw sliders, 5 of them, and he struck out on the 5th one. There is the second slider. He's 0-2. Okert, one of the few visitors that takes the bullpen card here. Got him. 3-pitch strikeout. Okert taking in the bullpen card. Gets out of a first and second jam against one of the hottest hitters in baseball.
Play Like a Champion is presented by Champion Energy. And how about the first postseason home run in the career of Yordan Alvarez was in that 2019 World Series Game 5. Going to that left center field gapper just to the left of center field. Big time mash. Everybody excited about it. That was the beginning. Rookie of the year going deep.
Yordan Alvarez leads off the inning and lines one, but he lines it right to the center fielder. As Yordan is now 0 for 3 tonight. That was a fun night for all involved, especially Astros fans, because it was 3 in a row here in DC, and it was kind of the beginning of Yordan's career where you're like, this could be fun to watch as he continues to grow.
Yeah, he proved to be quite the force in the postseason as well as the regular.
Andrew Alvarez still out there. Yordan's now 0 for 4 against Alvarez's in his career. 0 for 1 against the Giants. Jose Alvarez back in 21 and 0 for 3 against Andrew Alvarez tonight. Andrew Alvarez has done a nice job against the top 3 in the lineup for the Astros. It's been the 4 through 9 guys who have been getting it done, but Altuve, Alvarez, and Paredes are 0 for 8 on the evening. Plummer mentioned it earlier. This is not a guy, Alvarez, who's going to go deep in terms of pitch count. This might be his last inning, depending on how efficient he is. His career high 90 pitches earlier this season. That came in the game against San Francisco on the road. And he strikes out Paredes for the second time. Isak, nope, yes he was. I thought that might have hit the ground. Isak down on strikes. That's 3 strikeouts for Andrew Alvarez. 2 outs in the inning.
Curveball proven to be a tough matchup for Isak.
Oh, Christian Walker, who has been on base twice and scored twice. Driven in by Nick Allen a couple of times tonight. Was hit by a pitch in the second and had an infield hit just beyond the infield, I guess, as it got under the glove of Nasim Nunez in the 4th. Goes after the first fastball and fouls it back 0-1.
Good swing by Christian. But if you're judging Andrew Alvarez in that Washington Nationals dugout as far as how long you're going to keep him in there, it's only allowed 3 baseballs hit at 95 plus from the Astros. So he hasn't exactly given up a lot of hard contact in this game. So that might be why they're extending him a little bit.
Yeah, the 3 hits have been an infield hit, a hit that got under the glove of Nunez, and then the ground ball by Allen in between short and third. 1-1 is right back to the mound. Nice play by Alvarez as he gloves it cleanly and flips it over to first to get Christian Walker 1, 2, 3, 5th. His 3rd clean inning out of 5 tonight. Bottom of the 5th inning. 4-2 Astros. Luis Garcia, who had 2 of the 4 hits allowed by Tatsuya Imai in his 3 2/3 innings, now facing the lefty Steven Okert. And the first pitch slider catches the bottom of the zone for strike 1. Steven Okert coming in and striking out James Wood on 3 pitches, leaving 2 runners on base last inning. This one punched into shallow center. Altuve goes back to make the play and catches the pop-up for the first out.
Best in Texas power pitcher driven by forward and back with the Minnesota Twins. Steven Okert, he has experience with that Washington Nationals relief pitcher. Cart bringing him in. And of course, back then he did the courteous thing. Took the ride, tipped the driver, and went out there to pitch. He's got experience. This isn't his first ride on that bullpen cart.
Was one of the only relief pitchers to use the bullpen car when he did so in 2024. Last time he was here, Rocco Baldelli told him, "You've got to tip the guy if you take the ride." Rocco was managing the Twins at the time. And then Okert took the ride in again. He told us back in Houston he was definitely going to ride the cart again. He's like, "I got to save my legs."
And he had a viable excuse for it, so he did it again today. Saved those legs. Worked out well. He came in and struck out one of the best hitters in the league in James Wood, but he must have tipped him on the app because he didn't tip this time around.
I think
that's going to hurt his rating.
He might have tipped him ahead of time, or the QR code app, like you said. We'll find out. So Okert in that outing in 2024 faced a batter to end the inning, and then he pitched the next inning, went an inning and a third with 2 strikeouts, no base runners. So that's what he has to live up to tonight. And so far, so good. He's got 2/3 of an inning, 1 strikeout, no base runners. Okert is undeniably the leader in that bullpen.
Yes. That is a fun personality. He's the one that talked Blue Ball into growing a beard. I mean, he's full of all kinds of ideas.
Did Blue Ball's beard survive the home run last night? Have we seen him tonight?
I'm not sure, no.
Okay.
I didn't catch him before the game, did you?
I did not. Julie will have the update for us after this 3-2 pitch on the AJ Blue Ball beard, part 2. Had one earlier, shaved it. That's going to be a called 3rd strike. Okert picks up strikeout number 2. 2 outs in the inning. What do we have, Julie, on AJ?
The beard is gone.
What?
That beard
Clean
doesn't
shaven.
have a long shelf life.
Hey, also about Steven Okert. Josh Hader sat down with an interview with me today, and he looked at me and he said, I have less than 1 minute because if I'm late to stretch, Okert's going to fine me $100. So.
Oh, he's the king and the court.
Mm-hmm.
That is the only player in baseball Josh Hader's afraid of.
Right.
I think Josh can afford it.
Like panic, full panic. I got to go.
Well, Hader said I was going to have to pay it if I made him late.
Oh.
So I said, last question.
Oh, okay. That changes the game a little bit.
I don't want to be invoiced by Steven Okert.
Could you imagine? Oh, that'd be awesome. Have an invoice in the booth. TK and I'd start a GoFundMe for you.
Base hit by Abrams, so Okert will not duplicate his previous golf cart outing, as he does give up a hit tonight. Now facing Keibert Ruiz. Astros do get their bullpen going. It'll be Enyel De Los Santos warming up. Ruiz has hit a couple of fly balls to left, one to deep left center that Zach DeZenzo made a nice running catch on. Now hitting right-handed. There's Enyel. Down and in slider gets him out in front. It's 1-2. Final line tonight on Tatsuya Imai. He goes 3 2/3 innings, gave up 4 hits against the Nationals, walked 2 and allowed 2 runs. Actually walked 3 and allowed 2 runs. Swing and a miss. Okert with an inning and a third shutout. The golf cart has worked twice in his career.
Just keep riding that wave, Oak. He's a leader in so many ways, picking up the Astros in that inning.
Star Series presented by HEB continues this weekend. Join us Friday with coverage beginning at 6 o'clock as the Astros travel to Arlington to battle the Rangers for the Silver Boot. SCHN and SCHN Plus are your home for Houston Astros baseball. Astros being out hit 5-3. They lead the game 4-2. Cam Smith with 2 walks so far hasn't seen a strike from Andrew Alvarez until that pitch that clips the inside corner at the knees. 0-1. 4-pitch walk in the second, 4-pitch walk in the fourth, and now the first strike he sees goes after the next pitch and grounds one to Nasim Nunez at short. His throw in time to get Cam for the first out of the inning. And is now 6 in a row retired by the lefty Alvarez. We saw the young manager Blake Butera really push Miles Michaelis last night, his highest pitch count of the season. And tonight we're kind of seeing the same here as Alvarez has nobody warming up behind him in the 6th inning. As Zach DeZenzo takes a fastball up for ball 1. This is the furthest Alvarez has gone in any start this year. Plummer mentioned it earlier. His previous long outing was 4 2/3 against the Marlins. That one's down 2-0. But also what Plummer mentioned earlier is he simply hasn't allowed a lot of hard contact. So Butera happy to let him go beyond his previous comfort level. There's a strike, 2-1. Zach is struck out and reached on a fielder's choice. Takes a pitch down, 3-1. That's down. That'll be the 4th walk allowed by Alvarez. That's 1 off his season high, which is also his career high of 5 walks.
Part of the lineup that's gone to work against Alvarez. Now they've got a base runner to work with.
There you see what 7, 8, 9 has done. Bryce Matthews with an infield hit, a walk, stolen base, and a run scored. Goes after the first pitch slider. It's 0-1.
Oof. Let's hope he's got a better one.
Runner goes, pitches up, and Zach DeZenzo with a head first slide. Zach, in his first stolen base attempt of the season, gets into scoring position with 1 out.
I guess he doesn't have a better move. It was a brutal move going over that first time. So Zach DeZenzo took an extra step in that leadoff, then took off on that first move.
Bryce Matthews has been on base in 4 of his 6 plate appearances in this series. 2 for 4 with a 3-run home run last night and a single and a walk tonight. This ball hit to center field, sending Jacob Young back. Zach's going to tag, and he'll get to third. Out number 2 as Young puts it away. Now Nick Allen, who has driven in 3 runs already, bats with a runner on third and 2 outs. Allen was the only one who had faced Alvarez before tonight's game, and he has a sac fly in the second and a 2 RBI bases loaded single in the fourth. He has had a runner on third base in all 3 of his at bats tonight. First pitch strike. Next pitch will be a new career high in pitch count for Alvarez. He's already exceeded his career high in innings pitched. That's a strike. It's 1-2 on Allen. Enio De Los Santos still warming for the Astros. He'll pitch the bottom half of this inning, it appears. Allen tried to check his swing. No swing. It's 2-2. Allen takes that one off the plate, and now the count's full. Christian Vasquez on deck if Nick reaches. Three RBIs already, a new high as an Astro for Nick Allen. And that's going to be another time on base for Nick as he draws a walk. Good job by Allen Extending this inning, 1st and 3rd now with 2 outs for Christian Vasquez.
Great at bat by Nick Allen.
We'll draw a visit here at the mound. Pitching coach Simon Matthews out there to have a word with his lefty Andrew Alvarez. Now a message from Texas Mattress Makers.
Don't strike out on your sleep. Hit a home run every night on a mattress made by Texas Mattress Makers.
That walk allowed. Walk number 5 by Alvarez, matching his career high, and the Nationals just getting their bullpen going. That is the right-hander Justin Lawrence beginning to loosen up. So here's Christian Vasquez. He lined a sacrifice fly into center his last time up. In a 4-2 game, now batting with runners on the corners and 2 outs. Hits this ball to right field, down for a hit, in to score DeZenzo, going 1st to 3rd Bryce Matthews. Another RBI for Vasquez. The 8 and 9 hitters have driven in all 5 runs tonight.
Nicely done by the second half of this lineup against Andrew Alvarez. Nice piece of hitting, center cut fastball, stay inside it and shoot it the other way on a nice line. Professional batting brought to you by Christian Vasquez.
There comes Blake Butera. He tried to get Andrew Alvarez through 6 innings, threw a career high number of pitches tonight. He'll leave after 97 and his team down 5-2. Jose Altuve will face the new pitcher when we come back.
Well, we saw it last night with the Astros racking up a lot of 2-out runs being scored, and tonight a couple more and you see the number 188, 10 better than the Yankees with most runs scored with those 2 outs. The Astros have one of those relentless lineups and go out there and extend things a little bit and don't give in. Christian Vasquez has been excellent with runners in scoring position. He's got a couple of RBIs in today's game. That last one knocked out Andrew Alvarez, and it seems like in this series, the first 2 games, that Butera, the manager of the Nationals, is a little reluctant to get into the bullpen. He's going to bring in right-hander Justin Lawrence. He can sling it in there. He's got a 7.76 ERA, and there's that little sidearm delivery with the slider. Command can be a little bit of an issue for Lawrence at times.
Former Rocky at the beginning of his career. Justin Lawrence coming on, inheriting 1st and 3rd with 2 outs. And Altuve down in the count 0-2. Lawrence pitched 4 seasons with the Rockies, Pittsburgh, Minnesota, now Washington the last couple of years. Claimed off waivers from the Twins on June 24th and activated the next day. Vasquez is trying to draw a throw, and he'll get into second base ahead of the throw by Keibert Ruiz. That was a funny stolen base by Christian Vasquez, and puts up the motorcycle sign.
He goes taking off, kind of tiptoeing with that invisible cloak on him without the throw. He says, okay, I'll go ahead and take the stolen base. Vroom, vroom.
First steal for Vasquez this year. I'd have to look back to see the last time he stole a base. Not last year. Actually, he did steal one with Minnesota. Did not steal a base with the Astros in 22. So that's his first steal in an Astros uniform. Altuve line drive, but foul. He just kept going. It was like, all right.
He's like, I guess he's going to give it to him. The slide was even better.
Oh, the slide was beautiful.
Just a quick getting in there.
Altuve a chance to add to this 5-2 lead. Stays alive on that sweeper off the plate.
I thought he was picking up the bag. Take it home. There we go. The double throttle motorcycle.
Pitch up. Altuve evens the count at 2 apiece. Jose 0 for 3 tonight. Chance to extend the hitting streak to 4 games, and a chance to add to this lead. Could be 6-2 or 7-2. Called third strike at the top of the zone. Altuve down looking, and that'll do it for the Astros in the 6th. But they add to the lead. Christian Vazquez, the RBI single, is now 5-2.
Well, different seat, same cart. Stephen Okert opted to go shotgun, while Enyo De Los Santos chose to sit in the back seat and enjoy that ride, but he also used that bullpen cart here in Washington, D.C., and he is ready to go. Legs fresh to make his 39th appearance. 40 2/3 innings for Enyo. He pitched in that game yesterday, had 2 strikeouts.
I mean, he's a leader, Stephen Okert, and obviously a trendsetter in that bullpen.
It's good to be trendy.
So now De Los Santos facing Dalen Lyle to lead off the bottom of the 6th inning. Lyle swings through the changeup. It's 1-1. Great job by Stephen Okert coming in with 2 on and 2 out, striking out James Wood, and then a shutout 5th inning behind that. So now De Los Santos, the 3rd pitcher of the night. Misses with that changeup up. It's 2-1. Dalen Lyle, Nasim Nunez, and Corbett Vivas, 6, 7, and 8 hitters due up against De Los Santos. That is wide, 3-1. Astros with a 5-2 lead, getting all their production in terms of RBIs from Nick Allen and Christian Vazquez, the 8 and 9 hitters. Allen has driven in 3 and Vazquez the other 2. That is hit sharply off the mound. Allen, a nice play and a good throw. Good adjustment by Nick Allen on a tough hop.
That was. That ball skipped up off the mound. And it forced Nick to adjust which hop he wanted to get. He wanted to go get it originally, but he eventually had to back up, and showing a little bit of arm strength right there, because you'll see on our Mattress Firm Supermo, barely had time to set his feet.
To bunt is Nunez, and he bunts it foul. Nunez has struck out and grounded out. Oh. Brian King loosening up in the Astros pen. Paredes really close now after that first bunt attempt, and now a swinging strike, and Nunez down in the count 0-2. Off the plate, 2-2. Nunez hitting .243 on the year. Almost all of his hits are singles. Does have 4 doubles, a home run, 3 triples, but guy that tries to get on base and steal a base. This one's going to be another single as he punches one through the hole into left field. He'll be a 1-out base runner and a likely stolen base attempt here in the 6th. Julia.
The ultimate goal of an MLB fan, seeing it all. The MLB Journey to 30 sweepstakes presented by T-Mobile is the ultimate bucket list. Enter now for your chance to win trips to all 30 ballparks. Yes, all 30. MLB.com/journey to 30 sweeps. Hey, TK, speaking of Nick Allen, and we had that great defensive play right there. He had a big month of June. He became a dad. So we want to say congratulations to he and his wife, Savannah. They welcomed a baby girl. Actually, on this trip, they are both here. So exciting to spend some time with both of them here. She is brand new, too. Already had 2 flights. That is the life of a baseball kid. I know y'all understand that. But the cool part is, you know, this group has a ton of little ones and new dads. And so right after she was born, Christian Walker was somebody texting him, you know, advice. And then Taylor Trammell FaceTimed him pretty quickly to congratulate him. But he and his wife are due in September, so he's excited for his next chapter. But this is a team with several players that have growing families.
That's awesome. Congrats to the Allens on their first little one. And Nick definitely didn't want to be on the IL, but it timed out well with the birth of his baby. This ball sent to center field. Jacob Young flies out for the final out of the inning. Enyel De Los Santos gives up a hit. 1 left on. We're through 6. Nice play by Nick Allen in a 5-2 Astros lead. FBI headquarters at the J. Edgar Hoover building. See Joe Espada, the manager, along with Kash Patel, the director of the FBI, Christopher Rea, the co-deputy director of the FBI, and a lot of the Astros broadcasters, coaches, staff were on hand today. Pretty cool visit earlier this afternoon.
That was really cool. It was nice of them to come out, gift that bat to Joe Espada, and took time to shake hands. But we got a good tour. There's a shot of the bat. Genuine FBI. Pushing first. A couple autographs on there. That's in Joe's office, but a nice gift. Yeah, it was a good time. They spoiled us. We've got some good people surrounding us and creating that opportunity, so we are grateful to them for that opportunity. We had a great time. But back here to baseball, we've got a new pitcher into this game. The lefty is going to be facing big left-handed hitter in Yordan Alvarez. That's Matt Crook. Came over from the Athletics. Claimed on Saturday. He replaces Henry, who pitched in yesterday's game.
Welcome to the team. Go face Yordan Alvarez.
Yeah, we'd love to have you. This is your first mission.
Right up there with some of the tough FBI missions that they go through. 2-2 the count to Yordan. That Crook claimed off waivers just this Saturday. Mostly pitching at AAA Vegas this year. Did pitch 5 games for the big league team with the A's. Also has pitched with the Yankees in 23, the Orioles in 24 in the last 2 seasons with the A's. A lot of sweepers. And there it is, getting Yordan Alvarez for the first out of the 7th. Yordan now 0 for 4 tonight, 1 away.
Now time to answer our Astros trivia question, powered by Reliant. We told you on May 5th, 2009, the Astros played a road game right here at Washington. What was unique about the ending? Well, it didn't finish here. Finished back in Houston. It was a suspended game after getting pushed back, and finished on July 9th. The walk-off error.
Isaac Paredes bats. Rare multi-strikeout game tonight for Isaac. He's happy to see somebody other than Andrew Alvarez The lefty struck out 3. 2 of them were against Paredes. Now he is seeing a lefty out of the pen and has a 3-0 count against Matt Crook.
I think he gets into the FBI headquarters with that name.
There's a strike, 3-1. Well played.
The game time on that suspended game was 3 hours and 59 minutes.
Is that right?
Yeah, but it actually took about a couple days to get it done. We dressed up. We got fully suited up in our gray unis at home.
How about it?
Went out there, 1 ground ball, 1 pitch, game over.
1 pitch.
Yeah, it was a ground ball, double play ball that got thrown away, and the Ren came around to score. And we were like, wow, we just did all that for that.
And got walked off in your own stadium.
Got walked off in our yard, yeah. Even more bizarre.
Now the count full on Isak. Astros lead 5-2. Normally it's De Los Santos in the 7th, and then King in the 8th, and then Hader in the 9th. But tonight De Los Santos going earlier, Okert going earlier. That ball hit into right center field for a hit. Cutting it off is James Wood to hold Isak to a single, but Isak Paredes has his first hit of the night, and the Astros have hit number 6 on the evening. Actually, that's 5 hits for the Astros tonight. Here is the guy who has one of them, Christian Walker. So we'll see how the Astros navigate their final 9 outs of this game. You think 6 of them will probably be from King and Hader. We'll see where the other 3 come from. That ball almost hits Walker. Does.
How about it?
Christian Walker hit by a pitch for the 2nd time tonight. This one a first pitch offering for Matt Crook. Now 1st and 2nd with 1 out. Walker on base for the 3rd time.
Just over the top of that back foot.
And that bounced first and then grazed the top of the back foot. That's the kind of hit by pitch you like.
That's beautiful, glancing.
Cam Smith taking a pitch on the outside corner for a strike.
Hey, that new guy's getting loose out in the pen for the Astros. He's here. Santa is here.
Ground ball to 3rd, bobbled and gloved, but it might be too late to turn 2. Had Meade gloved it initially, he might have been able to turn a double play on Cam Smith, but that bobble cost him into a fielder's choice.
Yeah, fortunately for him, he kicked it in the right direction to be able to step on the bag. Tough hop, tried to in between it, but kicked it over towards 3rd, and the quick grab. And the rhythm of that play was thrown off, and the speed of Cam Smith beats it out.
And the Astros now with double barrel action. Blummer mentioned Santa now warming up along with Brian King. Alan Bersanta joining the team today, with Mike Burrows being optioned to AAA. Zach DeZenzo batting with 1st and 2nd, 2 outs. It's got a 2-0 count here. By the way, in that Sugarland Space Cowboys game tonight, Lance McCullers Jr. and Ronel Blanco piggybacking each other. Jeremy Pena in the starting lineup playing shortstop. Joey Loperfido, Jake Myers also in that lineup. A couple of guys who were sent down when Lamont Wade Jr. was activated off the IL and Zach DeZenzo was brought up. Zach is officially 0 for 2. He has scored 2 runs tonight. He's reached on a fielder's choice and scored. He walked and stole a base and scored in the 6th. Now he's got a 2-2 count. Christian Walker on second, Cam Smith on first. The 2-2 pitch is fouled the other way. Zach battling here. That almost hits him. Now the count's full. I mean, a head start for the base runners.
2 outs. Runners on the move and a 3-2 count. Shoot a gap right here. Pick up a couple more.
We'll get to see Cam test his sprint speed if Zach hits one in the gap. That's off the plate. That'll load the bases for Bryce Matthews. So DeZenzo draws his second straight walk in as many innings. And that will force Blake Butero to go back to his bullpen to bring in a righty to face Matthews. Matt Crook's night is over. And we'll have a new pitcher here. Astros threatening for more, leading 5-2.
Welcome back. We are still in the top of the 7th. The Astros have Strohs on all the bases as Bryce Matthews steps in. He's going to face a new pitcher. The Astros leading 5-2. Rookie right-hander Riley Cornelio, 11 1/3 innings. But check out that strikeout to walk ratio. 9 strikeouts, 12 walks, and then 11 1/3 for Riley. So hopefully Bryce can be selective, get a pitch he likes, and put the barrel to it.
Takes the first pitch down at 96, 1-0. Bryce batting with the bases full and 2 outs. Has an infield hit, a walk, and a fly out tonight. This ball popped foul out of play on the first base side. It's 1-1. Cornelio was born in Honolulu, Hawaii, went to high school in Colorado, and then attended TCU. Was minor league pitcher of the year last year for the Nationals. Good slider for a strike, 1-2. Christian Walker on third. Cam Smith on second. Zach DeZenzo on first. Astros have had the bases filled a few times tonight with Nick Allen at the plate. Now Bryce Matthews gets a shot. He goes down on the slider for the final out of the inning. Astros will strand 3. Still lead at 5-2. 7th inning stretch time. We're going to check in with LC and Bogey. They're hanging out in the Rooms to Go lounge.
Big out earlier, and on StatCast 3D powered by Google Cloud, you're going to see 3 sliders get better with each pitch to James Wood. That was with a couple of runners on. Key part of that game in the 4th inning, coming in relief of Imai. And fresh off the cart, Okert got the swings and misses from James Wood to get that 3rd out in that 4th inning, and that threat that the Nationals had. Now, another part of the cart brigade is Brian King coming in to make his 38th appearance. And he gets an opportunity against James Wood as well.
Wood scoring the only 2 runs for the Nationals, a leadoff home run in the first, his 8th leadoff home run of the year. Then he was a leadoff hitter in the 3rd, walked and eventually scored on a sac fly. Wood struck out in the 4th, as you saw against Okert, now batting the leadoff the 7th against Brian King. Hits the ball on the ground. Christian Walker will take it to the bag himself. Out number 1 in the 7th.
Astros second half single game tickets are on sale now. Get your tickets to marquee matchups against Rangers, Blue Jays, Braves, and more. Secure your tickets now at astros.com/SGT.
We're going to pinch hit here for Luis Garcia Jr. We're going to go to the bench for Andres Chaparro, who takes a pitch off the plate, 1-0. We have talked about it before. Brian King doesn't mind seeing right-handed pinch hitters.
No, he does not. Slider fastball mix plays really well against him. He creates a tough angle for that right-hander to try and get that ball in play. But I think Butera, knowing that some of the Astros leverage guys are left-handed pitchers, why not bring him in here? Give it a shot, I guess. Sometimes those traditional matchups don't always pay off.
Strike, it's 1-2. Garcia has been one of the hottest hitters for the Nationals, so a tougher decision now, you would think, to take him out of the game. As Chaparro down on strikes, 4-pitch strikeout for King, who makes quick work of the pinch hitter for out number 2.
Good fastball at that top rail, made it a tough swing decision, but Chaparro took a pretty good hack at it and missed it.
Now Curtis Mead, the batter. Mead hits it well to left field. Back on it goes the new left fielder Trammell. Gets by him on the bounce off the wall. Mead gets into second base. Trammell brings it back into the infield. That'll be a 2-out double for Mead.
Ball hit well by Mead. He got the head out on this fastball. Low launch angle, not able to get it up out of here. Trammell tried to play it off the wall, but kind of overran it just a little bit. I think it'd been a double anyways.
Now C.J. Abrams breaks his bat. Christian Walker was well off the bag, so King covers and does a nice job. Altuve to King to end the inning. 2-out double left at second base. Astros lead after 7, 5-2. Eighth inning baseball. Astros lead 5-2. The portion of the lineup that has driven in all the runs will be the first 2 hitters in this inning against Riley Cornelio. Cornelio delivers a strike, 0-1. Nick Allen a sac fly in the second to tie the game at 1. A 2 RBI single in the 4th to give the Astros a 3-2 lead. The other 2 runs have been driven in by the guy behind him, Christian Vasquez. Cornelio came on in the 7th inning and struck out Bryce Matthews, the only batter he faced, with the bases loaded. Now he'll face the 8, 9, and 1 hitters. Allen fouls one off. It's 1-2. We were saying earlier that we thought King and Hader would get 6 of the 9 outs. We weren't sure who would get the other 3, and the answer is going to be Brian Abreu will get that attempt in the 8th inning. Brian is warming up to pitch the bottom half of the 8th inning in this 5-2 game. This ball hit down the left field line, but hooking foul and into the stands. Good catch by that fan who is fired up.
I hate his buddy's jersey. Nice catch.
See a decent amount of orange sprinkled around here at Nationals Park. Astros fans enjoying this 3-game series in the nation's capital as well. Count 2-2 on Nick Allen.
Yeah, good for them getting up here in the nation's capital. Maybe some transplants up here too. Yeah, good time to be up here. Good place to visit.
That'll be a called third, dotted up on the outside corner. Allen thought about a challenge. Probably a good thing he didn't.
All In All the Time is presented by Daily in Black. After a couple of runners on, DeZenzo hit a ground ball that shattered the bat. He's able to hustle and beat it out. The Astros go in to do some small ball work, walk, stolen base, and then all of a sudden a sac fly and big base hit from Nick Allen. And you've got things happening for the Astros, manufacturing some runs at the bottom part of this lineup. They've done all of the damage, those 8 and 9 hitters for the Astros, Allen and Vasquez.
That's nice, Plummer, on a night where the big man hasn't contributed at all, and really Jose Altuve doesn't have anything going on yet either.
Well, you mentioned those top 3 in the lineup. Altuve, Alvarez, and Paredes. That's almost AARP right there.
1 for 12 for the top 3 hitters. But Allen and Vasquez getting the job done at the bottom of the lineup. Now 1-2 count on Christian. Astros still being out hit tonight, 7-5. Andrew Alvarez walked 5 and hit a batter while he was in there as a starter. 2 of the 5 walks scored, as did his only hit by pitch. Vasquez waves at that pitch. That was an uncomfortable swing against this righty. That'll be 3 consecutive strikeouts for Cornelio coming out of the pen.
I think he's even with his walk count this season now after those 3 strikeouts.
Now Jose Altuve will get an at bat, 2 outs, base is empty. Jose takes 98 in off the plate, 1-0. Jose 0 for 4 tonight. Might be his last opportunity to continue his hitting streak. Slider for a strike, 1-1. Cornelio, fastball slider guy, almost 50-50, a little more lean towards the fastball, and he's got a good one. He's seen it coming in there at 98. There's a slider well off the plate, 2-1.
It's a big miss. Good take.
Altuve fouls the 2-1 pitch off. Astros trying to even up the series at a game apiece. Trying to get back to 2 games under 500 on the year and trying to get to 23 and 24 on the road to match their home record on the season. Altuve sends one high in the air, deep to left field towards the Astros bullpen. That ball's gone. Jose Altuve hits number 10 on the season. A home run caught on the fly by Brian Abreu in the bullpen, and it's 6-2 Astros.
How about it? Jose Altuve homering in back-to-back games now. That will extend that hitting streak. Just when you think you got him beat, you hang a slider and he barrels it up.
That ball smashed into center, and that's going to be caught by Jacob Young. Jose Altuve makes it a 6-2 game.
Deep fly into the bullpen off the bat of Jose Altuve, and guess who's there to receive it? Jose Abreu, or Brian Abreu approves.
Here is our players to watch, presented by Jack in the Box. We've been keeping an eye on the box score for Sugar Land. They're hosting the Isotopes tonight, but they have a lot of guys in their rehab, deep in rehab now, we should say, with Lance McCullers getting the start tonight. Ronel Blanco is supposed to pitch. We're keeping an eye. That game is, I think, in the 5th at this point, but McCullers coming out. He pitched 4+ innings, 2 earned there, 3 walks, and 4 strikeouts. And then Jeremy Payne, a couple of ground outs so far tonight, but he is supposed to play about 7 innings. We'll have more updates tomorrow, TK.
All right, Julia, we go to the bottom of the 8th. It's a 6-2 game. The Astros go with a new pitcher.
Yeah, Brian Abreu into this game. I think his 33rd appearance. Pitched in that Minnesota series, gave the Astros 2 innings, had 3 strikeouts in that 2-inning appearance against Minnesota.
Astros got 11 outs out of their starter, Tatsuya Imai, who went 3 2/3 innings. Then they went to Steven Okert for an inning and a third. Taylor Trammell is going to make this catch as he calls off Nick Allen for the first out. After Okert, it was Enyel De Los Santos in the 6th, Brian King in the 7th, and now Brian Abreu in the 8th, with the Astros leading 6-2. Taylor and Lyle will bat. That one off his foot. Foul ball. It's 0-1.
98.
98?
97.9.
We haven't seen 98 in a little while.
No. But I do like the B. Ryan back-to-back in the ball game. That usually sets up well for Astro victories, especially last year.
A pitch down and in, 1-1. Milestone for Brian Abreu tonight, Blummer.
He's pitched a lot of Astros baseball, and there's the proof. Most appearances by relievers all time. He is in sole possession of 5th place now with 350 appearances. Next on that list is Brad Lidge at 377.
Hit hard but foul. Congrats for Brian Abreu to get to game number 350, one of 5 Astros all time. That's a lot of appearances, and most of them coming in the last 3.5 years. Try to hold his swing up. That is a strikeout, as going too far. Dale and Lyle for out number 2. Now this from Woodlands Church.
At Woodlands Church, there's a place for everyone. We don't have all the answers, but we're looking to the one who does.
Two outs, bases empty for Nasim Nunez. On the ground towards the middle. New second baseman is Braden Shoemake, and he can't make the play. Nick Allen was also converging. Shoemake took the play and didn't glove it cleanly. Nunez with great speed. Braden knew he had to hurry.
Yeah, not hit very hard, and you have to deal with that speed. Just kind of miscalculated where that ball was. Hit off the thumb of the glove.
That'll be a 2-out base runner. Jorbit Vivas the batter. They'll give Nunez a single with his speed, and Abreu almost picks him off. Vivas, 25-year-old from Venezuela, 1 for 3 today with a single the other way. There he goes. Nunez is off and running. The throw by Vasquez and the tag by Allen. He's out. Nunez, major league leader in steals, and Vasquez guns him down to end the 8th.
Man, he popped out of there quickly. throw on the money, and they're not going to replay. Vasky cut him down.
The winner of our Chevy Stroh poll for tonight, and we asked you, how do you feel about the ABS challenge system so far? Wow, overwhelming support. 96% of the people at home love the ABS.
Well, I guess that's a statement made.
Isaac Paredes leading off, the king of the ABS challenge system, 11 for 11 this year. He'll face a new pitcher for the Nationals. It's the lefty Carson Palmquist.
Palmquist, drafted in 22 by the Colorado Rockies. See 3 games this season, a couple of opens for him, and 5 1/3 innings pitched. A little bit of that drop down sidearm delivery. Sinker, sweeper, four-seamer, and cutter.
This ball golfed to left field. Backing up a couple of steps, Dalen Lyle puts it away for out number 1. As you look at your Astros scorecard tonight, Blummer, this might be the only time we'll say this all year. Who's the weak link in the lineup?
I'm not saying it. You say it.
Yordan Alvarez.
Wow.
Is the only
That's a bold statement.
The only hitter who has not reached base via hit or a walk is Yordan.
That's unbelievable.
That's unbelievable.
Got you all choked up.
The guy who leads all of baseball in on-base percentage, OPS, slug percentage, is 0 for 5 tonight. He did smoke the ball last time.
Yeah, he hit that ball extremely hard to center.
But he is the only hitter in the lineup that has not reached via hit or walk. In Christian Walker's case, he has reached 3 times, once via hit and twice via hit by pitch, as he has a conversation with Shane Livensparger on that last swing. It's 1-1. I think Christian would have preferred a challenge to first or an appeal to first on that swing. Well, it's a 4-run lead. Sometimes Joe Espada goes to Josh Hader with a 4-run lead, grand slam territory, but in this case he's got Alan Bersanto warming up. You may see Santa on in the bottom half of the 9th inning. If Hader pitched today, it would be 3 out of 4 games for him and maybe make him unavailable tomorrow. And Christian with a count of 3-1. Astros wouldn't mind an extra run or 2 here, just because the Nationals continue to be one of the best offenses in baseball, scoring more runs than anybody. They will have the bottom 2 in their lineup due up, but beyond that, they'll have their big hitters coming up after that. Full count now to Christian. And that's going to be ball 4. Walker on base for a 4th time tonight. Julia.
The Junior Shooting Stars Dance Clinic returns this summer. Sign your child up today to learn a dance routine. They will perform on field prior to an Astros game. Register now at astros.com/dance.
Why are you laughing?
Never gets old.
The hips. The little hip shake.
Where'd you learn that?
We practiced so much that week. I know that dance by heart.
That was little Val, Julia's beautiful little girl. Cam Smith bats here with a 1-1 count. Cam has been on base twice with a walk. He's officially 0 for 2. Fouls back to Cutter. And down in the count 1-2. Palmquist, the 5th pitcher of the night for the Nationals. Nationals picked him up on May the 25th. They've gone through some pitchers this year. You mentioned earlier that Blake Butera was pushing both of his starters, Miles Michaelis and Andrew Alvarez, the last 2 nights because they have not had a lot of success in their bullpen. So you see guys like Matt Crook picked up on waivers from the A's, like Carson Palmquist acquired for cash from the Rockies. Saw Justin Lawrence. He was acquired off waivers from Minnesota. They are looking for pieces to fill some roles in their pen.
Yeah, they're not afraid to shuffle guys in and out, pluck other organizations, trying to find the right mix out there. It's a tough way to go about things, especially when you got a team playing above 500 baseball, competing potentially for a wild card. So it kind of makes you wonder what they'll do at the trade deadline if they're able to go out and do that. But that 5.08 ERA for their bullpen is 28th in baseball.
Cam Smith sends one high in the air, foul down the left field side. They're sitting at 499 runs scored. They're one away from becoming the first major league team to score 500 runs. And while they're having a winning season, they're only 2 games over 500. If you're the first team to 500 runs, you should be near the top of your division.
100%. Or your run differential should just be crazy, and it's not.
Towards second, making the tag and making the throw is Jorbit Vivas as he turns the double play. They're going to call Christian Walker for leaving the baseline, and that'll end the top of the 9th. There'll be a 6-2 game heading to the bottom of the 9th. And it'll be Alamber Santa on for the Astros. Houston Astros baseball on SCHN is presented by your local Toyota dealers. Toyota, let's go places. Buy rooms to go. Get fashion, style, and quality all at low prices on every item every day. And by Steve Lee. Car, truck accident? Call attorney Steve Lee at 713-CALL-LEE.
In the Capitol, we get a chance to see Santa. Alamber Santa being recalled from AAA Sugarland prior to tonight's game, making his 2nd stint here with the Astros. You could see in 8 games previously, 12 2/3, sub-1 ERA, sub-1 WHIP. 8 strikeouts in that 12 2/3. A couple of different pitches that spin and a good fastball in the low to mid-90s. Did not take the sleigh in.
Did not take the sleigh in. He was not part of the golf cart brigade tonight, led by Stephen Okert. It's worked for the other guys. But Santa choosing to jog in from the bullpen will face the 8, 9, and 1 hitters. Jorbit Vivas leading off, taking a couple of pitches for balls. It's 2-0. Stephen Okert an inning and a third of shutout baseball. Eniel De Los Santos an inning of shutout baseball. Brian King also, and Brian Abreu in the 8th. There's a strike. It's 2-1. Santa just recalled today, appearing in this game trying to start the handshake line with a 6-2 lead in the 9th. That ball a hit to right. Cam Smith back on it, eases up in front of the track and puts it away. Vivas retired for the first out. Make sure to join us tomorrow. We'll be on the air at 5 o'clock for a 5:45 Central Time first pitch. Our next telecast presented by Kaplan Sinus Relief. Spencer Arrighetti coming off a great outing Friday against Tampa Bay. On the mound against Foster Griffin. He has been outstanding for the Nationals. Astros facing the Nationals' best starter to wrap up this 3-game series. Jose Tena will be the pinch hitter here for Jacob Young, left-hand hitter, hitting against Alamber Santa. See Tena on the year, a lot of pinch hit appearances. Pitch for a strike. It's 1-1. Astros bullpen, which has been the catalyst for their turnaround, moving from 11 games under to trying to get to 2 games under tonight, has done quite a job this evening. 4 2/3 shutout baseball so far, allowing 4 hits, and the bullpen has not walked anybody. Astros since May 21 are 25-17, best record in the American League, and the bullpen a large reason for that.
The bullpen's been considerably better. They've found their legs a little bit. Been in a good rhythm.
We were mentioning the other night about Alimber Santa and also Miguel Ullola, kind of 2 young right-handers with some upside that the Astros can bring up. Ullola sent down for numbers reasons after 2 really good outings of 2 innings apiece. That one missing wide, 2-2. Santa's had more appearances. This is appearance number 9 in his career. And in 12 2/3 innings coming in, just 1 earned run allowed and a 125 opponent's batting average against. This ball skied to right field. Cam Smith will look at it towards the wall, and that one is off the top of the wall and gone. Jose Tena with a pinch hit home run. Just a 2nd run allowed by Santa. And it's now a 6-3 game in the ninth.
Tena got a lot of those sweepers and sliders and finally got one he could handle. Had enough carry on it to get off the top of that wall and out of here.
Well, James Wood, the batter, and the Astros will get their bullpen going with the closer Josh Hader beginning to toss some pitches. Wood fouls the first pitch off, 0-1. That was the first hit that Santa's allowed by a left-hand hitter in his big league career. Previously, they were 0 for 13. Wood down in the count, 0-2. Checks his swing on a pitch in. It's 1-2.
It's a lot of sweepers and sliders from Santa coming into this game. Almost 70% of his pitches have been the sweeper or slider. A lot of spin.
Base hit into right field. James Wood on base for the 3rd time tonight. Andre Sapporo will bat for a 2nd time. Came on as a pinch hitter in the 7th. Josh Miller will go out and have a word with Santa. That'll give Josh Hader some time to throw some extra pitches. Well, Joe Espada with a 4-run lead was trying to avoid using his closer, but he has to get his closer up after that home run and now a base hit. There you see Hader, who would be pitching for a 3rd time in 4 games. Santa will face Chaparro. Chaparro struck out against Brian King as a pinch hitter in the 7th. First pitch down, ball 1.
Dropped out of that slider for Santa. A couple more like that. It'll be all right.
There's a strike, 1-2. Chaparro pinch hit for Luis Garcia in the 7th against the lefty King. Now facing the right-hander Santa. He has hit into a couple of double plays this season. Only his 5th at bat against a right-hand pitcher this year. Down on the count, 1-2. And he goes down on strikes. Nationals down to their final out, 2 outs in the 9th.
That was the good sweeper. Good action on that one, breaking off the plate. Santa's brief career, he's seen some leverage situations, but he's not going to be able to finish this one off.
Well, Joe had his closer warming up, and he is going to go to Josh Hader here with 2 outs in the 9th inning and a runner on in a 3-run game. So Hader will be on when we come back, trying to get that final out in the 9th.
Runner on first base, bottom of the 9th, 2 outs. And you see your closer, Josh Hader, coming in. Joey Spada not wanting to risk it. Bringing in the closer. There you see the numbers on the season. He has been nothing short of brilliant since coming back off that injured list. He's pitched frequently. Getting the chance here, pick up the save.
That tying run on deck makes it a save situation. Curtis Mead, the batter, and he takes a called strike to start his at bat, 0-1. Mead doubled in 4 at bats tonight, doubled his last time up against Brian King off the wall and left. Ground ball towards the hole. Nick Allen with a tough play, and he's going to go off the glove of Braden Shoemake and into right field. 2 runners advancing an extra 90 feet as that throw got away. And now 2nd and 3rd with 2 outs in the 9th.
Things get interesting with one pitch. Nick Allen tried to extend himself to that 5.5 hole to come back and get that lead out at second base. Pulled the throw just a little bit, and Shoemake tried to hold the bag, and that kept him from going out there and making the catch.
So it'll be a single and an error, and now Hader facing C.J. Abrams as the tying run this 6-3 game. Abrams taking a fastball for a strike. Abrams has faced Hader 4 times in his career. He's 2 for 4 with a triple. Did strike out last year against Hader at Dyken Park. Hits this ball deep down the right field line, but it's hooking and it's foul. It's 0-2. Dangerous swing there. Abrams just got a little quick.
Did a good job turning on that sinker on the inside.
Last play will be an infield hit for Meade, and then an error to allow the runners to advance. Nationals up to 11 hits now. 0-2 pitch. That's down, 1-2. Another one he doesn't chase off the plate, and the count evens at 2 apiece. Three straight sliders, 3 straight takes, and now the count is full on Abrams. It's the first game of the season where Hader has inherited a runner. He has been pitching clean innings throughout the year until tonight. And that's going to be a walk to load him up. Tying run now on base. Dylan Cruz is going to come on as a pinch hitter for Keibert Ruiz. Cruz started the game last night, went 0 for 4, coming on here as a pinch hitter. Bases loaded, 2 outs, bottom of the 9th in a 3-run game. First pitch down. Cruz, a .226 hitter with 6 home runs on the year against lefties. He's hitting a healthy .360 on the season with 3 of his 6 home runs. Misses the top of the zone, 2-0. Cruz has never faced Hader before, at least in a regular season game. His first regular season AB against the Astros closer. Big swing, no contact. Hader with a 2-2 count.
You guessed right, just missed it, chasing one up in the zone. Would have caught the top edge against Cruz.
Got him. Ball game over. Astros hold on to win it 6-3 as they take the middle game of this 3-game series against the Nationals and get back to within 2 games of 500. Didn't come easy against this Nationals offense, Plummer, but that's a nice win on the road.
It is a nice win on the road. Yeah, this offense has the potential to come back. It took a little extra effort out of that bullpen to finish this thing off, but what a beautiful thing to be able to have the bottom part of your order do all of that damage, to be able to pick up for those guys maybe at the top who couldn't get it done today. But a good team win for the Astros.
Coming up, the Astros postgame show presented by Whataburger. Lauren Callender, Brian Bogusevic will host. Julia Morales will help out with interviews on the field and in the clubhouse. Time for a happy postgame show as the Astros hold on to win at 6-3.
And things getting sticky there at the end, but you know what, when Josh Hader is on the mound, what are you thinking in those spots?
You know, we got a good guy up there that's going to throw strikes and put the ball in play for us, so we got to make some plays behind him.
Yeah, you got to be ready. How about your night? 3 RBI tonight. The big one, though, that 2-run single, and the way it all kind of set up for you too, guys drawing walks and getting on. Take me through that at bat.
We were just grinding it out. You know, the guy up there is a good pitcher, so trying to get good pitches to hit and put it hard in play.
All night it seemed like you guys were contributing in different ways like that. Maybe, I know Jose Altuve hit one out, but a lot of small ball in there too. What does that say about the offense?
I mean, I think we're well-rounded. We can do what we need to do in any situation, so that's what I like about this team.
You guys doing a good job of tying up the series today. This is also a family trip. I know there was kind of chaotic in your life having a baby and then being away from your baby. What is it like having them in town though for this series?
Oh, it's amazing. The best feeling in the world. So I'm glad they're here, and I'm glad that I get to see them more often. Yeah.
Thank you for the time.
Thank you.
All right, Nick Allen with a good night tonight. We'll send it back over to you guys.